everybody, it's Mitch and welcome to my next video. Today is Friday, which means it's time for another Dungeons and Dragons video. And today we're going to be doing one on a race. And today's race is the Catfolk from the Races of the Wilds. Now the Catfolk is actually a really cool race. They're kind of a mix between a human and a cat. Not so much, the cute little kitty cats, like we have as pets. More, the large predatory cats. Your lions, your tigers, your cheetahs, your panthers, stuff like that. So Catfolk are going to have features like that. Normally lion-like. Most of them are lion-like. But the other forms do definitely exist as well. And they definitely have that look to them as well. They got the lion's mane. They got thick fingernails, but not actual claws. You saw the picture. Let's see. Catfolk traits. Let's go over what they are, what they actually get in terms of abilities. They get a +4 to dexterity and a +2 to charisma. So that's a +6 with no minuses. So that's really good. Although, if you know anything about D&D, you know there's something coming down the line, and we'll get to that. Catfolk's base land speed is 40 feet, so 10 faster than most races. These guys are quick. Low light vision, so that's pretty cool. So you can see twice as far. Racial skills, they get a +2 on listen and move silently. Makes sense. Cats got those keen ears, and they're very stealthy, so makes sense. +1 natural armor bonus, very nice. A nice buff to defense. You're seeing all sorts of nice stuff. It actually doesn't get as bad as you think. Automatic languages, common and feline, which is their specific language. And for bonus language, they get draconic, gnoll, halfling, and sylvan. So that's pretty cool. And favorite class of ranger. And of course, you all know it's coming, level adjustment. Only a +1, not bad. That's actually pretty good considering the fact that they've got +6 to stats, basis, faster base land speed, and the fact that they also get that natural armor bonus. So with all that, +6 is level 1, not bad. And Ranger, that makes a lot of sense. Now these guys, how do these guys react? Well, they're quick. They're very quick in their movements and in their thoughts and everything. Very emotional. They're impulsive is really a good way to put it. Basically, they act on impulse. So they're like, you know what, that really ticked me off. So they grab a dagger and they're like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. So like, if you insult them, it just depends on how they feel about it. If it hits them hard and they don't like it, they're gonna straight up attack you. If it really didn't affect them much, they're just gonna be like, yeah, whatever. I get it. They might just laugh it off. Like, it really just depends on how they happen to take it. So it really depends. Their movement's kind of a weird one. Catfolk, when they go on long journeys, like most races, they just go on at a steady pace, 30 feet a turn or whatever. Catfolk, they don't do that. Basically, what the Catfolk's more likely to do is they'll go 60 feet one turn, and then they'll wait for the group to catch up the next turn, and then they'll go 60 feet again the next turn, and then they'll wait for the group to catch up. Or they'll do the opposite, and they'll let the group get ahead 30 feet one turn, and then they'll dash ahead 60 feet to catch up, and then let them get ahead, and then just dash ahead. Like, they'll basically are going to be taking a rather sporadic approach while the rest of the group does their steady pace. Kind of weird how they do that, but Catfolk find it less tiring to do it that way. Let's see. Catfolks get along with just about everybody. There's really no race that they don't get along with. They get along really good with halflings. Let's see what other ones. I think they gnolls and wood elves. So that makes sense. The gnolls is an interesting one since it's a monstrous race. Then on the dwarves are a funny one because that's probably the race they get along the least well with, because the dwarves are very slow. They're very very deliberate with what they do, whereas the Catfolk are so different. And the Catfolk, they're nomadic, very, very nomadic. Their idea of a settlement is a camp they set up for the night, or maybe a week, but they're not going to stick around for very long. A catfolk, they don't stay around any place for very long, and they avoid big cities. They won't go anywhere near there. They might get near a small town, but at least like within eyesight. They might get within sight of a small town. Like they're not going to go inside the town, but they might get close. Big city, they're not even close. But dwarves, yeah, because the dwarves are like, they always live in their big, the dwarves always gather together in one big group. They're very deliberate. They're very slow. The catfolk are so different. They just cannot relate to these dwarves at all. But at the same time, they really don't have any issues with dwarves, and dwarves don't really have any issues with them. They're just sort of like, meh. I mean, they have their feelings are very neutral. It's basically how you can. But I mean, it's like some guy that's just like I can't relate to this guy at all. I don't understand him. I don't have anything against him, but I just don't get him. That's basically their feelings towards dwarves, and that's like the guys they hate the most, which they don't hate. They just don't get them. There's no animosity. For if you're gonna play a catfolk, let's see. They have some interesting names. Like most of their names generally start with D, N, or M, and you like to have lots of S's and R's in their names. And their last names are a lot like Native American names, like a verb ending in ing followed by a noun. It's like let's see, some of them like running brook, screaming arrow, hunting tiger, flying eagle are the ones they give examples of in the book. So very much like Native American names, except for that's their last name, which is a difference there. Let's see. Catfolks generally go for feats like ranged combat, since that will help with their dexterity. It helps offset their level adjustment a little bit too. So basically things that take advantage of that +4 dex, and things that'll offset that level 1 adjustment, which you can get rid of. There's ways to do that, but you gotta wait till you hit a few levels. Let's see. Definitely, if you're gonna play one of these guys, be very impulsive. Let your let your emotions rule you. If something ticks you off a little, don't be afraid to say something. Like, speak your mind anytime anything bugs you. Doesn't even the little things. Just sort of be like, point them out and end it. Don't argue. Don't debate. Catfolk aren't big on that. They say their point once. They say it very clearly, very decisively. They'll go into as much detail as they can, but they're not going to repeat themselves at all. They're not going to repeat their points. They're just going to say it, let everyone know what they're thinking, and then move on. And if someone else tries repeating their points, they're going to get real annoyed, because catfolks can't they can't stand that stuff. It's just super annoying to them. Let's see. I guess that's really all there is to these guys. They're a pretty cool race, though. I mean, very well detailed in the books, so they definitely did a good job creating them, like they did with most of them, really. Let me know what you guys think about Catfolk. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider sharing it. And if you haven't already subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button, because guess what? We got one of these videos every Friday. Every Thursday we got the Tales of a Dungeons & Dragons story of mine. Wednesday we got videos all about me, so you can learn a little bit more about the guy making these videos. Saturday you have Naruto character reviews, and Sunday we have additional videos as well. So, and probably more to come too. So definitely hit subscribe to check out all of that. But anyways, as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you.